You're watching TVS News at 5 p.m. It's Sunday, April 10th. You're now with me, Douglas Elliott. Let's begin with our top story. Sarawak remains optimistic about its target to welcome 1.2 million visitors and generate 3.2 billion ringgit in tourism receipts this year. Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Sri Karim Rahman Hamzah, said the target was backed by positive indicators for tourist arrivals in the first quarter of the year, which was 517 million tourists.
So, based on these numbers, we are really looking forward to 2022. We have only reached up to March. So for the rest of the year, I believe with the kind of events, with the kind of preparation that we have done, I believe things will be better. Things will be good. And apart from that also, the last 2 years when we are under the lockdown, we does not just keep quiet. Actually, we have got lots of programs for the tour guides, yes, for the park guides, even for taxi drivers and those who are in the tourism industry.
He told reporters this after the launch of the Malaysian Association of Tour and Travel Agents, or MATA, 2022 in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday. Abdul Karim added, before the COVID-19 outbreak, the number of visitors coming to Sarawak showed a promising number. In 2019 alone, tourist arrivals to Sarawak showed the highest volume at 4.66 million. Meanwhile, for the recovery phase, the state government has planned various tourism activities to bring more visitors to Sarawak this year. Apart from that, the state government is also working closely with the federal government to work out the flight frequency into Sarawak, as more flights into the state can indirectly promote the state to local and international tourists and reduce airfares.
Malaysia remains in the dark on the actual number of Malaysians being detained for alleged crimes in Cambodia. Although 16 Malaysians were confirmed by the Foreign Ministry to be in good condition in the Cambodian authority custody, the government is keeping a close eye on the case.
Yang terbaru, kita dapat maklumat ada 16 orang warga negara yang ditahan oleh pihak berkuasa Kemboja yang sekarang ini telah dihantar ke balai polis di Phnom Penh untuk disiasat. Selalunya apa yang berlaku ialah sebaik saja kita dapat maklumat ini, maka malawakil akan hantar wakil ke pejabat polis itu dan cuba mengadakan pertemuan dengan mereka yang ditahan ini. Lazimnya hubungan kita dengan pihak berkuasa Cambodia ni baik, ya. Dia yang jadi masalah ni bila kita tak tahu mereka di mana. Kalau mereka telah ditahan, lazimnya kita akan dapat jumpa, kita boleh bagi khidmat konsular dan sebagainya.
Saifuddin said this after officiating the Hindu Sangam General Meeting in Kuantan, Pahang on Saturday. Previously, Malaysian Chinese Association Public Services and Complaints Bureau Chief said over 50 people, including 2 Malaysians, were arrested in Cambodia for an alleged involvement in online gambling. The search and rescue operation resumed to locate a 59-year-old man in Serian. The victim was reported missing after failing to return home from his farm in Kampung Pridan on April 8, which prompted a search and rescue operation. A canine unit from the Fire and Rescue Department were deployed in today's search. The Perikatan Nasional (PN) must first be consulted on any decision regarding the dissolution of Parliament. Its chairman, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, said this is because PN is part of the coalition that formed the present-day federal government.
The Bersatu president said the matter was stated in a meeting between PN leaders and Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob in Sri Perdana Putrajaya on Saturday. During the meeting, Muhyiddin said Ismail Sabri emphasized the close cooperation with the coalition in the federal government and gave his commitment to consult coalition leaders in determining the country's key policies. Also present at the meeting were past President Tan Sri Abdul Hadi Awang, Parti Solidariti Tanah Airku or STAR President Datuk Dr. Jeffrey Kitingan, Sabah Progressive Party SAPP President Datuk Yong Tek Lee, and Gerakan President Datuk Dr. Dominic Lau Ho Chai.
Welcome back. Australians will head to the polls for a general election on May 21st. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison announced this on Sunday after he lodged his formal recommendation for the election date with Governor-General to dissolve the Parliament and call the election for all 151 seats in the House of Representatives.
Well, good morning, everyone. Earlier today, I visited His Excellency the Governor-General and advised him to call an election for the House of Representatives and half of the Senate on May 21. And he accepted my advice.
The governing Liberal National Coalition has been in power since 2013. If victorious, Morrison will become the first Prime Minister to win consecutive general elections since 2004. However, a poll finds that the opposition Labour Party and its leader leads in net satisfaction with the party more preferred. Launching his re-election campaign on Sunday, Morrison said that the coalition could be trusted to lead Australia's economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic.
This election and this campaign is incredibly important because there is so much at stake for Australia and our future.
The election campaign, which will last about 6 weeks, is expected to be dominated by issues surrounding the coronavirus pandemic, climate change, cost of living, and housing affordability. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan was ousted on Sunday after he lost a vote of confidence in Parliament. He was deserted by his coalition partners, who blame him for a crumbling economy and failure to deliver on his campaign promises. The announcement of the vote's result came just before 1 a.m. local time after multiple adjournments in the lower house caused by members of Khan's party who said there was a foreign conspiracy to oust the cricket star turned politician. Opposition parties were able to secure 174 votes in the 342-member House in support of the no-confidence motion, making it a majority vote. There were just a few legislators of Khan's ruling party present for the vote. Khan, surged to power in 2018 with the military's support, recently lost his favor within parliament when allies quit his coalition government. Opposition parties say he has failed to revive an economy battered by COVID-19 or fulfill promises to make Pakistan a corruption-free, prosperous nation. Pakistan Parliament will meet on Monday to elect a new Prime Minister. Opposition leader Shehbaz Sharif is the front-runner to lead the nation of 220 million. 70-year-old Shehbaz, the younger brother of three-time Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, has a reputation as an effective administrator. Khan is the latest Pakistan's Prime Minister to be ousted. No Prime Minister has completed their full term since independence in 1947, although Khan is the first to be removed through a no-confidence vote. Shanghai on Saturday carried out another round of mass COVID-19 testing, this time testing residents at least twice in a single day. But the extended lockdown curbs have hampered supplies of food and other essential goods for the city of 26 million, as numerous supermarkets have been shut and access to medical care has also been a concern. A city official in Shanghai acknowledged shortcomings in the handling of the outbreak. As it grapples with a COVID-19 resurgence, the mega-city is taking steps to guarantee the supply of daily necessities, with the local government taking measures to ensure supplies and goods are delivered to doorsteps of residential compounds. All logistics channels, including wholesale markets, distribution centers, logistics centers, and e-commerce warehouses, are open for smooth delivery, and businesses including supermarkets, community-based vegetable stores, chain catering industry, and drugstores will stay open for online orders. The Chinese financial hub reported 24,943 new asymptomatic coronavirus cases and 1,006 new symptomatic cases on April 9th. While those case numbers are small by international standards, the city has become a testbed for the country's zero-COVID strategy, which seeks to test, trace, and centrally quarantine all positive COVID cases, insisting that the country stick to its zero-tolerance policy to prevent its medical system from being overwhelmed. And that's the quarter-hour update on News at 5. More headlines at TVSTVMY or follow us on our social media. I'm Douglas Elliott. Thank you for watching.